Hi guys, Rick the DeFi guy here. Welcome back to a long overdue Stratosphere DeFi AMA. We have been very, very busy. With the markets being how they have been lately, it kind of worked out well for us. While there was a slight decline in the token value across the network, one of our tokens actually went up quite a bit because of one of the blockchains that we're residing on. PooChain's doing some amazing things. Our team has worked very closely with their team to help them get this DEX trade listing. Ours is live. You can deposit Strat tokens to your DEX trade account and withdrawals. I have confirmed that with both Poop token and Stratosphere token. So far, it seems pretty legit. You don't really have to KYC to do trades unless you pull out the USDT. You will have to verify your account at some point. It's kind of how it goes with all centralized exchanges. But yes, we are listed on DexTrade, in case you guys have missed that. DexTrade is a relatively small centralized exchange out of Bolivia. Some of their dev team is in Ukraine, but they have been very, very professional. Obviously they want to grow. They've worked with us, very closely. We've actually helped them with the PooChain listing as well. It was a joint collaboration listing, which is awesome. PUSD is doing a really great job. There's been some amazing opportunity there. We do get bridge fees from that. So, anybody who wants to play with PUSD, like yesterday, they had over 3,000 volume. People are moving in and out. So we are getting bridge fees, which is very exciting. We're super happy to be working closely with Kronos and the PooChain team. They're doing some awesome stuff right now. While they're working on PooChain, we're trying to help them any way we can and vice versa. What we've been working on is we're going to do that Flues trade fiat on-ramping. We've been working on our website. We're still putting together the content for that. So we're going to get a complete website overhaul. It is a slow and tedious process because we want to make it perfect. We want to make it beautiful. You guys have seen the new logo. If you look up, you can actually see it. It's pretty awesome. Our website's going to get an overhaul related, very similar to the logo. It's going to be a black and white theme. It's going to have all of our information categorized and, organized in a user-friendly manner. Of course, we're going to add the fiat on-ramper that will work with BSC Strat and Polygon Strat through Flues Trade and MoonPay. If you guys have used MoonPay before, very soon you'll be able to buy BSC or BEP20 Strat and Matic Strat with a credit card. You can actually do that right now on DexTrade. So right now, here's the pairings that we have. We have a USDT pairing on DexTrade. We have a PUSD pairing on PooChain. We have a Poop pairing also on PooChain. Then we have the Matic Strat on Polygon and BNB Strat on BSC. Very cool. We're growing the ecosystem slowly but surely. So there's a lot of opportunity there. It is a total of 2 billion supply moving around through the centralized exchange, through all three networks, through all three liquidities. And remember, guys, the biggest thing that we do here is we are a reward token with a business that is supported by the token. The business model is the bridge fees, the coffee, the merch, and the development fees. We haven't really launched that yet because our dev is very, very busy with not only his personal stuff, but he's got school going on. So summertime we'll get to see more of him. So we're working on the website, we're working on listing partners, we're trying to make trading the token easier. We're going to continue to use that Rubik cross-chain swap, and of course the Flues trade MoonPay fiat on ramper, which is very cool. So yeah, Rubik is badass. Rubik is really great. It kind of takes the whole trading out of like the hassle out of it. Oh, there you go. See, now it's just going to be easier for Strat to be traded on PooChain through the Rubik exchange as well. So you can see Kronos and the team, they're working very, very hard to get their chain up and running. It's super exciting to watch. Last few days, 55, 60% increase. There's been some kind of shitty news in the conventional financial world, as well as the crypto world. It kind of translated into a bummer for USDC and coincidentally DAI as well. One of the largest banks in the United States actually, became insolvent and shut down. And unfortunately, 3.3 billion of the total 48 billion of dollar collateral for USDC was lost in that shutdown. And the insurance is only going to cover, I think, like $500,000. But with that bad news comes good news. The institution that basically collateralizes USDC has guaranteed that they are going to cover all 3.3 billion of that liquidity that was lost. So over the weekend, USDC depegged as high as 18%. So if you savvy mofos picked up USDC at 18 cents on the, 82 cents on the dollar, congratulations. You've done an amazing, amazing trade there. I myself did it with my personal assets. I got it at 86 and 90 cents. And actually that was DAI, because unfortunately 40% of minted DAI is covered by USDC. So DAI depegged 12%. We like DAI because normally it's 150% over collateralization, and it operates on all major chains, essentially including PooChain, because our bridge is allowing us to bridge BEP20 DAI to get PUSD. We moved away from BUSD because of all the attacks on finance. And unfortunately, DAI took a hit this weekend because of that collateral getting hammered by a financial institution shutting down. But with that, you get to see the books on USDC, whereas we've never seen the books on USDT. And the books we saw on Binance, it was all covered by BNB. So if BNB gets hammered, BUSD loses peg real quick, whereas USDC actually has the call out capital, but all of the monster whales involved in crypto pulled all their USDC out and cashed out immediately, and you can see how quickly it can depeg with about $14 billion going out of USDC in a matter of 6 hours. It can happen, but you can see how fast it recollateralizes and repegs to $1. We're already back at $1, both DAI and USDC. So if you guys were leverage margin trading USDC, congratulations. I applaud you. You probably made some good money. If you're just, picking up stables with a little extra capital that you got, good on you, mates. You did a good job there too. So I was lucky enough to be one of those. But the really great thing was over the weekend, PUSD, people were scared and they were selling their PUSD as fast as they could. Some people picked up PUSD on PooChain for 28 to 45 cents. And now Poop is on the rise and they crushed it because PUSD was getting bought back up. And the guys over on the PooChain added some more liquidity to make PUSD more tradable. PUSD is a really amazing thing on top of, the already amazing ecosystem over on PooChain. It's a part of the Strat ecosystem, so we can all utilize it together. Like I said, Strat is paired with PUSD and Poop over there, so we've got a lot of free-flowing capital moving around between all of our liquidity pairs. I wish that would translate into some arbitrage to bring up BSC as well as Matic, but people just, it's not one of those things that everybody understands, but you can see that it can change very quickly. Things can happen real fast, and they certainly did this weekend. Which brings me to our next point. Over the weekend, you guys have noticed, we are working with a close friend of ours. Many of you know him from another project. He is in possession. He and his partners are in possession of arguably one of the largest comic book collections in the world. It is RJ's Comics. I'm very, very excited to help these guys out and start helping them sell their comics. What you see here is we're going to offer a BSC prize pool. And the way it works, it's going to be 0.04 BNB gets you one entry. Just like before on the prize pools, there's no limit to the amount of entries. The contract is a random number generator. So at the close, one person will win the comic book and 10% of the threshold of 500 BUSD. So once we hit the threshold of 500 BUSD, we'll close the contract and a random winner will be chosen by the contract. Got a bigger deal with PUSD than that. PUSD did some amazing stuff this weekend. It was a lot of fun to watch and take part of too. So the comic book, it was launched May 1st, 1964. It is the first meeting between the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. They battled a really pissed off Hulk, as Hulk thought they were, their enemies. Turns out they're all best friends after this battle. The comic book, it's not graded, but the estimated grade would be around a 4. It is really old. It's one of many comic books that we hope to sell through the prize pools on all 3 chains. We want to get Matic, we want to get BSC, we want to get the Poo Chain people an opportunity to take advantage of this, because RJ's is working on a massive partnership in the near future that we're also helping with. I can't say anything about that until they're ready to announce it. But this is just one way for them to sell, their 200,000 comics that they've been holding on to for the last 55 years. And we're lucky enough to get a part of it. They're not doing any exclusivity with any one operation because the comic book collection is so massive. But we're going to start helping them sell these comics through these prize pools. The way it's going to work is once it's done, whoever wins is going to have to reach out to RJ's Comics. He's a Strat investor. He's in the chat all the time. You guys see him. He's really funny, actually, and Eddie's an awesome dude. You're not going to have to KYC with us. You're going to have to work with RJ's directly. So if you win the comic book, please reach out to RJ's. We'll help facilitate that communication. And what you'll do is you'll set up a delivery address so that you can get your comic book delivered to him. Eddie's a good friend of mine. RJ's a good friend of ours. I know him personally. You can absolutely trust that you're going to get the comic book. And then we're going to, like I said, this is the first one of many that we hope to do. Every ticket buys Strat as well. Once the contract is done, once the prize pool is done, we're going to burn all the Strat that is bought from the tickets. So every ticket is going to go into BUSD and Strat buys. And then, like I said, once it hits that 500 BUSD threshold, we'll close it. Random winners chosen. They will get 10%. We will get 90% that we'll actually send to RJ's Comics to cover delivery. And obviously, he's selling the comic book, so he's got to cash out that BUSD. And we'll keep the Strat, and we'll burn that. So very, very exciting. Once we get this thing dialed in, like an automated setup, every single week, we might have 20 or 30 of these rolling. And you guys can take part in any one. And again, there's no limit on entries. So very cool utility that we created with these prize pools. We'll also get this, this information aggregated on our new website. I don't have a time frame for the new website. It's a lot of work because, like I said, we want to make sure that this thing is awesome. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, the 50 BUSD that you would get from the prize pool too, you could use that for grading, or you could just use it for whatever you want. That's just going to come directly to your wallet that you get a ticket with. So, like I said, the tickets are 0.04 BNB, comes out to around $12 right now. BNB's on the rise. So, yeah, very cool. There are 6 PSD. Yes, there we go. Yeah, PUSD is getting some serious action over on Poo Chain. This is really great for not only Poo Chain, but for Strat as well. We've got the bridge for that. We'll get the little bridge fees that will help the revenue of the project that we go into buybacks and burns. We're going to pay back our investors who helped us out with that. And obviously we want to promote that. Is a joint collaboration. We're hoping to we mentioned those layer 1s and layer 2s. Poo Chain's been doing a lot of crazy stuff, so we're kind of like waiting until we settle in and have some time to work together. Let me stop there and answer any questions. Actually, we have Kronos in here. Yeah. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man? I was just listening away.
Oh, man.
How you guys? That's good. Good update for everyone. And yeah, you got tons of stuff working on. That's what the cool thing about crypto is. You can have like 5, 6 different things going on. You don't have to just be focused on one thing. And also, too, what I've learned is things finish at different times, right? So it's always nice to have several different things going on, and then suddenly you're having several different things happening, in a row, which is always great. So I'm excited how these comic book things are going to go for you guys. I think that's a really cool, bullish thing to offer to the community.
Yeah, we're just a peasant in a mix of other peasants, and these guys they're getting ready to work with a big fish, and we're lucky to be a part of it. And hopefully, You guys just, if you guys don't know, PooChain just launched on Arbitrum this week. Guys, we're looking at it too. Arbitrum has become the 4th largest blockchain by total locked value. And coincidentally, it's been beating Binance Smart Chain in total volume the last couple weeks. And the reason for that is it's basically Ethereum, but with Binance Smart Chain fees. It's kind of tricky to get it. Getting ARF or Arbitrum is you have to KYC through a lot of these centralized exchanges to get it, but there are some bridges. So if you're using Ethereum, you can bridge Ethereum to get Arbitrum, which is ARF. We're looking at that network in the future to launch on as well. But we've got a lot of work to do with BSC, Polygon, and PooChain. So guys, look for that. Arbitrum is one of the very, very, very interesting blockchains that we're looking at to expand our 2 billion supply into, and kind of, spread out the supply and thin the circulating supply, which, in case you guys don't remember, all of our liquidity is removed from circulation. It does not receive rewards. The burn address does not receive rewards. The deployer does not receive rewards. So only the holders will receive rewards from the Strat tokens. So that's pretty cool. And if you guys type in /supply, you will see where the supply rests. Yes. So right now, 861 million sit in Polygon, 246 on PooChain, and 400 on BSC. So about 1.4, 1.5 billion of the total 2 billion supply is actually in circulation. So it's pretty cool. Very exciting. Like I said, this is going to be the first of many comic books we hope to see through the prize pools. This is kind of a test run, a test run to see how it goes. If we can do it in an efficient and, obviously mutually beneficial manner. And, we want to make sure that the communication is clear and concise between the winner and RJ's. RJ's is always on. I've got his phone number. Like, if you guys need anything, you can reach out to me. I'll help facilitate that transaction. But the prize pool contracts already exist. We've used them in the past. We kind of went quiet on them because we've been working on this for a while. We were actually talking with legal with their Big Fish partner, and their Big Fish partner said it's all good to do this. We just can't say that we're sponsored by Marvel or Disney or anything like that, and we can't be the ones to own it. It has to come directly from the owner to another user. That's what DeFi is. If we facilitate it, things get a little complicated. So we want to make sure that we stay ahead of any regulatory compliance, and this is the way to do it. And we found that out from legal. So very, very cool. Yeah, like I said, guys, I have seen the comic book collection in person. It is unreal. I was handling Spider-Man #1, $250,000 book, and they've got, 2 or 3 of those. The record that came with the original one that was unopened, that just doesn't exist anymore. And they've got hundreds of thousands of these comic books. We loaded a moving truck full of like 300 boxes that have, a couple hundred books in each box. It was a long day, filled with a lot of beer and a lot of cigarettes. So that was a good time. But yeah, we're very excited to partner with RJ's Comics. They're going to work with a whole bunch of different projects, so we'll see a lot of their books through the Stratosphere DeFi project. Hopefully we can get PooChain contract, prize pool contract, and do one of these on PooChain as well. We're looking forward to that, get the PooChain people involved. That way we can maybe do some PUSD, some Poop tokens, and we'll get some Strat as well. Is it possible to get the swap in Polygon? Yeah. Actually, if you type... yeah, we've been meaning to add that. I don't think we can actually add that because it's market V2, because you actually have to change. There isn't a specific router for V2. So if you just go to this link here, this is how you trade Strat via Polygon. There you go. That is actually the pairing for market V2. I think we can add that to the DApp, but we're going to work on that. We're really trying to get the website done first, and then we can work on maybe changing the DApp entirely. So yeah, GM friends. Oh, that was okay. Cool. Yeah, PUSD is growing that liquidity. Same with Strat. We got our Strat paired with PUSD and Poop on PooChain, Matic and Strat Polygon. BNB on BEP20, on BSC. Lots of good stuff. So let me answer any questions you guys might have. I know it's the middle of the day. I don't want you to get in trouble if you're asking questions while you're sitting in your office or whatever. Rock and roll. Some of you guys might be wondering about the coffee. We've been putting, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook posts pretty much daily when we can. We get a few hundred views. We're not really asking the community to share because we want to actually let that grow organically. And if you post, different things on different platforms, that's how it can grow organically. We've joined a bunch of small business groups. We've joined a bunch of coffee groups. Our Spotify will get our stuff up on there and kind of grow that. We've just been super, super busy. We're getting that automation done for the purchasers of the coffee to receive their Strat rewards eventually. I'm very, very sorry we haven't done it. We've been working on a lot of stuff, and that automation will come as soon as we can get the website updated and stuff like that. So we've added St. Patrick's Day happy hour sale. Hell yeah. So we're aiming to grow like pancakes. So of course, we want to grow we want to grow our Strat token on every chain. That is the goal, of course. We're doing this BSC one. We're going to do a Polygon one and a PooChain one. Just got a lot to do, as you guys can imagine. What else? Oh, yeah. Some super, super top secret stuff. I can't commit to any information yet, but Christian has he owns a real estate company. He's working on a major deal that will maybe include Strat in some sort of subscription model in the future. I can't really divulge any more information than that. It is a very, very unique opportunity through a massive partnership that he's working on with his business, and we are going to hopefully get that subscription model that includes buybacks of Strat and some tokenized access for his members. That should bring in a whole subset community into the project. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. But there is the real estate play that we've mentioned in the past. That's still being worked on. That is a massive deal for us. So Chris is working hard on that. That's why you might not have heard from him in a little while. He's got a big operation that he's running. And hopefully we get included in that. That's kind of the plan. You guys know that we were talking about doing an energy drink in the past. It's actually shifted to coffee. So that energy drink thing is still not off the table. Another play that we were looking at was actually an energy partnership. My buddy Tim is actually a superintendent for a large oil field company. And he's been kind of putting out his fingertips into that arena with, recent news of, the U.S. government wanting to tax energy on Bitcoin mining. It's kind of tricky. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you the plan, because if anybody who's not involved with Strat wants to copy it, first to market is important. But we're going to focus on selling coffee. We're going to focus on expanding our liquidity in all different chains, expanding into other chains. Obviously, we're going to start marketing once we've got some revenue. We're not selling tokens to get that revenue, so we have to find streams of revenue. Hopefully the coffee, the bridge fees, the development, Christian's subscription model with his real estate company helps us with that too. And of course, we have the native rewards for our marketing deployer wallet. So yes, of course, we're going to market the token. We're adding the fiat on-ramper, and we just got a centralized exchange listing. I'm not really sure what you're asking specifically. I don't have some secret magical pill in my back pocket that I can just take and all of a sudden have a bunch of money to grow the project. We have to use what we've got. So we're going to continue to propagate that. Yes, we're going to work on more partnerships too. Like I said, the real estate thing, I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Really, I can't tell you what that is exactly anyway. So yeah, once that happens, you'll know. It's kind of a big deal. And like I said, Murat, I don't know if you've been listening, but this comic book thing, these guys have a partnership with a huge fish, and we're a part of that. So we'll get revenue from that. We'll get our cut from helping them with that. And obviously they're going to sell some comic books here too. So like I said, when he's comfortable telling the community about that, we will let you know as well. Because you probably will see RJ's name
incoming chat
everywhere. So that's all I've got for today, guys. Like I said, we recorded this AMA. We'll get it up on our Spotify and YouTube. Thanks for watching. You guys all have a good day. Have a great day. Love you. Bye.